Good morning, YouTube world. I'm your host, Paul Italia. We got a special guest in the house right there in Istanbul, Turkey at East vs. West 8. Lachlan Adair. What's up, brother? How you doing, my man?
Yeah, man, I'm good. How you doing, man? Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for taking the time, bro. I really appreciate this, bro. So I've been seeing a lot of pictures and videos coming out of there, and looks like you guys are having a good old time. So
Yeah,
first
man.
off, when did you get in?
Man, I got in Tuesday morning about 6 a.m.
Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. Okay. And how was your flight? Was it a good flight? Any delays or anything?
No, I had no delays. Well, I had a 1 hour delay, but I had like a 9 hour layover. But it worked out well. You know, that layover was like, if something went wrong, it gives me heaps of time to be able to get to where I needed to get onto my Turkish flight. So, but that wasn't too bad, man. I just dropped like a boatload of Valium and just slept for like 10 hours, 10 hours.
There you go. There you go. So
It wasn't too bad.
I see you were the first one to arrive. I seen Engin post a picture of you in Engin, and I think it was the last time when I was there at East vs. West 4, you did the same. You were there before everybody.
Yeah, man. Well, I've got the furthest to go. I had flight time was 21 hours, door to door. Worked out like from my house to here, it worked out to be 32 hours straight. So,
Oh my
I
God, dude.
a lot longer to go than most other people. I know the Americans usually, I think Obama said he was, I think it was like 10 hours or something like that, Justin Bishop.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I
you know
saw
what
he
the
ran
flight time.
into I think he ran into Oleg Petrenko on his journey at the airport. I seen a picture of them together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Petrenko's looking big, man. I hate to say it, but I think Chance is in trouble. He's 107, 108 kilos. He looks like me at 108 kilos. Like he's jacked, man. Yeah.
That's an interesting match, bro. That has potential to be one of the best matches, I believe, at this event for sure.
Yeah. And
And
like,
I want to say a couple. What's up? A couple of chat people. We got J.R. Williams, and he was asking Paul, does Lachlan have a new opponent? Yes, he does. Unfortunately, Mike Aiello had a bow out. He had some legal issues that he had to attend to, and so now he's got somebody from Romania, Andrei Chipreanov. Lachlan, did I say that last name correct? Is it Chipreanov?
I don't know, man. I didn't really pay attention enough to close enough. We know he is, but he's got some pretty good accolades, man. He's 35. He's been arm wrestling since he was 18. I think Ryan Turner will get the video where you can get to know Andrei a little bit better. Soon that'll be on the East vs. West channel, so everyone head over there if you want to figure out who he is. But he's got some good accolades, man, which is good for me.
Hell yeah. So unfortunately, Mike had a bow out and all. Now, did this change anything, your prep, your programming and anything? Because I believe they have two different styles. You know, with Mike, we're expecting an inside war. Now with Andrei, you know, is he a inside puller, or I think I'm hearing he's kind of goes outside?
He's outside and fast, yeah. It's interesting. He's a carpenter by trade, so he's got very thick hands. It's about the same length as my hand as well. Like in terms of like elbow to fingertip, we're about the same. But good with his hands, but his wrist feels weak. So, Did it change anything? Nah, because like my number one goal when I arm wrestle, especially the last 6 months, is I'm just trying to dominate your rotator. So, as you know, you've met me, I've got that weird wrist meat up here. So my wrist strength is, pretty massive. I can say that with confidence without arrogance because I'm doing a shit ton on wrist curls. And that really, setting deep and how I'm gripping is really playing into my strengths big time. And everyone's just easy, man. I think if he's going to be really fast, it'll end up in straps. And we all know when it goes to straps, you are getting chained to my lats and good fucking luck.
For real, for real. So
Yeah.
did you run into your opponent yet? Have you guys met?
Yeah, we met. We did an interview together. Yeah.
All right, so I want to hear, because I know how you are, bro, and I know how you you start soon as the match is announced, the challenge begins, and now you got to outdo them on everything. So I mean, even meeting up with you for the first time, I'm sure you were, put the lats out and the chest up and all that. So I know you were sizing them up. What was your initial thoughts when you first laid eyes on them in person?
Like I said, he's chubby at 107, and I'm rock hard at 114. So, there's a decent weight gap there. I'm not impressed visually, put it that way. And this East vs West, all the shirts are singlets, and I mean you're just gonna see the difference. There's just just visually there's a huge difference. He's not very confident. He admitted on the interview that he recognizes that I'm a more powerful man than he is. And so he's got one thing that he thinks he can do to me, but he didn't seem overly confident.
Okay.
So I've already got wins on the board. I'll get more tomorrow.
We got a question from Dustin Games, and he says it's actually Dustin Pulls is in the house. But Lachlan, thoughts on creatine and arm wrestling?
Creatine?
Yep, creatine and arm wrestling. Are you a fan of it? Are you taking it?
I can see where he's going with it. The question actually is, what about the pump? Obviously, creatine increases your intracellular water, which does obviously improve carbohydrate intake and utilizing. So what's it called? Oh man, I forget the term. The way that we process glucose, right? That'll go up when you're taking creatine. We get a little bit more volume. You get a pump. Look, some people swear by cutting things like creatine out or anything that might cause them a pump, like a week out from competition. I get pumped up either way. So I keep creatine in there. I think the production and upkeep of my ATP system, adenosine triphosphate, is ultimately what's going to see me through those later rounds. It also helps me recover between rounds. Like some people, they have their first round and the strongest, second round they're here, third round they're here. Me, I'm here, I have a rest, I get back here. It keeps me specced out. And I mean, as a nootropic now, they're actually got some more studies on creatine about the nootropic effects of it and how important it is. Like creatine for an athlete is minimum staple.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The one difference though is when I competed, I actually hit up you and I hit up Brandon Allen to get you guys' advice on what I should do. And Brandon instructed me. He said that I would just take it out that week before your event. Just why risk it and all. And he's like, if you want to get your creatine levels up, just eat a ton of steak and all that week. So, that's the route I went, because I'm one of those that I was really scared of getting that pump, because when the blood flow starts going, man, I decline real quick, as soon as I get pumped out.
Yeah, man, I get pumped anyway. Like even when there's creatine, no creatine, I blow up in any case. So it's like, well, I might as well keep doing the thing that's going to help me later on. But it's just one of those things. I think the bigger you get to, I think it's about body weight as well. Like when I'm lighter like this, I don't blow out as hard as when I was at King of the Table. I was about 10 kilos heavier than I am now, or 8 kilos, yeah. And I blew out real quick.
Yeah, so that makes a big difference.
Yeah, I think that body weight and just how much glucose is running around your system, I think makes a significant difference. So to just blowing out, but yeah.
J.R. Williams said taking creatine just adds water weight analog to a fake pump. Got you. Yeah, but you also your endurance, man, goes through the roof. So if you try it out before one of your workouts, you'll see, man, you'll bust out 3-4 reps each set, and you'll get a couple extra sets in there. It definitely does help for that.
Yeah. Do your research, JR. It's intracellular water. It's not this. You're talking about extracellular water, which is outside the cell. And yeah, you'll get watery and stuff like that. Creatine don't do that. It's intracellular water. It's like you're feeding your mitochondria for force output. I don't know why you wouldn't want that. It's not artificial water weight whatsoever. So
J Dubs Peak, when's the next East versus West event you going to, Paul? Miss you behind the scenes. Yeah, bro. When I gotta admit, when I see all these pictures of everybody arriving and all the videos, and then they got the breakfast, that was like, that was one of my favorite times because we all came together. Yeah, man, it's definitely messing with me. I was just like, damn, I wish I was there right now. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but I'm in the middle of making a big transition of where my home base is. And, I'm in Florida and in the middle of opening up a couple of new businesses here. And I'm in a due diligence process. So I really can't just pick up and leave as of right now. But I was telling Engen and everybody and Jerry and Lachlan, as soon as I get all this ironed out and I'm all set up down in Florida, I'm all back in arm wrestling world, guys. And, I'll be at all those East versus West. I wouldn't miss it, man. It is killing me seeing all these videos and all, but that's why I'm here with Lachlan. Lachlan's helping me out. He's the eyes on the ground over there, keeping me informed and all. And I really appreciate that, Lachlan, for real.
Well, man, appreciate it, man. It's all good, all part of it, man.
I want to hear about what's going on there now, man. I see all these the pictures and tell me about it. When you guys going out to the big dinner where everybody gets together? When does that happen?
Man, this has actually been kind of different from last time. It feels way more inclusive this time. So we've already had big breakfasts all together. We've had lunches that we've had all together. Like Dennis is here, so Dennis, Levan is here, and we've all just been eating together really frequently. We had a big dinner last night that Engen didn't come to, but it was just a lot of the pullers. Really, it was kind of like Team West went out for dinner last night, and that was real cool, man. So it's been a hoot, to be honest. Like, I think I've enjoyed this trip much more than the last. I loved the last trip, don't get me wrong, but this trip has been really fun, man. Totally worth it. It didn't, like I said, the opponent doesn't even matter. Come here, win, have fun, and just have a sick time. I'm looking forward to the after pull. It's going to be hectic.
Oh yeah. Now, who have you kind of grouped up with? I know when you're out there, you kind of group up with a couple of guys or whatever. So who's been the crew that you've been hanging out with most?
Hermes. I've been hanging out with Hermes. We did some some pumping yesterday. I just got rid of the last of that. Been stuck on a plane for so long, and a guy that does not fit on a plane. But we've been hanging out with Ryan Turner a fair bit. He's my roomie this week, so that's pretty cool. But a lot of the guys are only just arriving, so for the most part, it's been Hermes and Ryan and Engen. Been hanging out with Engen a fair bit, and it's been cool, man. Levan, Levan's the funniest dude ever.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Man.
What's the deal with Levan?
So we were talking guys who abstain before arm wrestling. Right now, I'm someone, I try not to do anything with the lady a week out from comp. I want to
be an absolute maniac beast.
And then he used to say Engen said, some guys go a month, and Levan goes, no, after a month. Hermes, you're looking good, my friend.
Oh my God, that's funny.
He killed us. He's funny, man. But he's just been coming out with it all the time. It's just Levan, when he doesn't have to compete and he's got no pressure, he's a funny dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that. I always pictured him as being so serious and all, and I didn't see
English
that side.
Way better now. His English is real good. Some people refer to him in Georgian so he can explain it in English. So I think he's always been this way. Obviously, it's just we haven't been able to experience it because we haven't understood him for the longest time. But now his English is good.
That's great.
We're getting to know him a bit. He's hilarious.
That's one of the guys I really want to meet, man. I haven't met him yet. And then the other guy was Dennis Saplankov. I really, definitely want to meet him. What about Dennis? Is he there? Is he there yet?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's there. He's just a cheerful man. Yeah. He's just a happy, cheerful guy. Yeah.
Did you get to see the
Funny,
hands? Did you put, because I know you were putting your hands up against everybody and kind of like sizing everybody up. Did you get to do that with Dennis?
Yeah. Nah, not with Dennis. I did that at King of the Table, and yeah, he was full on. I remember shaking his hand at King of the Table, and I went, oh, I don't want any part of that.
So let me ask
Like,
you, who stood out this time with as far as hand size and all? Anybody like, oh shit?
Like, Hermes is feeling not human. Like,
Really?
you can hold his hand, but it feels like granite. It's very uncomfortable. You can just feel this kind of rigidity in his arm that feels like it's gonna hurt to arm wrestle him.
Now, what's his hand like? Is it real thick? Is it big?
Yeah, it's thick and it's rock hard.
Holy shit! Wow.
Like, his hand size, they've got actually about the same size hand. He doesn't have a bigger hand than I do, but his fingers aren't thicker than mine. But the meat that he has in his hand it doesn't feel human. It's disconcerting. I think Jerry, honestly, the way that Hermes is now, he's changed a bunch of things.
Yeah.
That's a bad day for Jerry, man. And he's got a game plan that, had I designed it myself, it would have been exactly what I would. How Jerry has lost before is exactly his game plan. I think he's going to have a much harder time.
I gotta say though, bro, I think he was a little rattled yesterday, man. I think getting under his skin a little, bro, and it's like a roller coaster. And I think the whole community went through that roller coaster yesterday. It's like 1 minute we're all like angry, we're pissed, shit's canceled, it's not happening. And an hour later, we're all happy again, and we're all like, bro, it's just like back and forth. So I want to hear, what was it like over there when this is all going on, man? Like, explain, like. So first off, you get the phone call from Jerry over there, and he says that the flight was canceled and all that. So what went down after that over there?
Well, it wasn't a phone call. So from what I can tell, without gossiping and getting into drama, communication was really not where it needed to be from Jerry's side of things, and it caused a lot of like, what's happening? We need to get onto this. We need to figure this out, like ASAP. Why isn't he answering his phone? Like, all this stuff going on, and you can imagine the main event pulling out. 2 days before, Angan was, look, the way he handled it, I was really surprised and impressed with how he kept his cool. He really did. We saw the live that he did. He was very respectful. He didn't get into details, and I'm not going to disrespect him by getting to the nitty gritty of things. But he handled things really well. But he was stressed, man. Like, there was times I think I asked him, if I could get him some water or some tea or whatever, and he was just on his phone, bro. He didn't hear nothing. He was just, And the thing is, it kicked off yesterday at like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. We didn't get a resolve until 10 p.m.
I know, bro. I seen the pictures of Angan and Hermes, bro. It was like they aged 10 years over that day, bro. It was crazy. Yeah. Everybody was physically and mentally just drained, bro, like completely.
Yeah, Angan aged 10 years and 10 hours, but he woke up this morning and he's got those 10 years back. He's good. He's happy.
I gotta say, bro, and nobody planned out any of this or anything, but guys, promoters, if you were watching, man, you just found a way to really hype up a friggin' main event without even trying. But I'm taking notes over here because that is, we're all gonna look back at it and we're gonna be like, wow, that was some hyped up match, bro, because literally every single person in this community was feeling some sort of emotion, and it was a roller coaster ride, man. For everybody.
Ryan Turner, he's a moderator on the arm wrestling Reddit channel.
Yeah.
And he was like, people are going nuts. Like, it's and then like Hermes, God, he's so funny, man. He was like, we're sitting in the foyer and he was like, where is the big pussy man? was like,
Oh my God.
matches happening are going to crash. Going to crash. You know, oh, it's funny, bro.
Bro, this shit was just it was like you could write a movie like of the lead up, you know what I mean? And you know, I was finding out as the minutes going on, I'm finding out through my YouTube videos. You know, I posted that video saying that, you know, I think Jerry's gonna win and I'm 100% behind him. Well, like a half an hour later, I just start getting all these notifications like crazy. The fuck, Jerry's backing out. What's wrong with your man? Like, and I'm like, what is going on? So I read a couple of them, and now I'm like, I got to figure out what is going on. I haven't got no phone calls, no texts. So I go on the Engen's page, don't see nothing. I go on to Hermes, and then that's when I seen the video, and it's fucking pussy. Your balls are all this. So I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, whoa, it's not canceled. Like, slow down, Hermes, slow down. So then I hit up Jerry, and I'm like, bro, what is going on? And then he calls me up, and he's like, bro, he's like, flight canceled. And then he told me about the whole passport thing. And then he's like, bro, I get in the Uber, and I'm on way home, and we get in an accident. I'm like, wait, what? Bro, are you kidding me? Bro, it was just every single thing that you could throw at it was happening. And then and then next thing I know, you know, I'm like, so what's going on? He's like, bro, I'm in touch with this lady and everything, and this lady's like taking it personal. She wants to get me this expedited passport. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, bro, you lost your passport. There's no way you're gonna get it done in time. But I did look online, and 24 hours, within 24 hours, you could pull it off. You know, so yeah, it was definitely just crazy, man. But
I mean, I rang you last night, and I was like, bro, you like ring Jerry. What's going on? like no one can get a hold of him. Like, the fuck, man. Like, and I'm looking at Engen just aging, and I'm like, oh fuck, man. Like, this poor guy. Like, he's so stressed. I just wanted to give him a cuddle. He would have stabbed me if I tried to cuddle him, but you know what I mean? I was like, oh man, I feel for
But I
him.
gotta say, bro, just like you said, man, Engen is built for this, bro. He stayed completely flatline, bro. Everybody else is going up and down and is panicking. And you know, I was talking with him on the phone, and he was completely, you know, you could tell he was stressed, but he kept calm. And I was like so impressed with that. I'm like, that is what you want the man in charge to be like, not flustered, making smart decisions and all. So yeah, Engen, you know, a lot of respect for you for that, bro, for real. And you know, end of the day, we got a positive outcome. The main event is on, and I gotta say, man, this hyped up match, bro, I hope it lives up to all this hype, man. This is like a year and a half of like build up.
Hermes is going off. He's gonna go off. Like, he already normally goes off, but he's taking this personally now. Like, you know, because he's been stressed out, back and forth thing. He's seen Engen just super stressed. Like, everyone's, you know, like, he's angry now.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be a ticking time bomb, you know. But at the same time, what I was thinking is like that could work against him. You know what I mean? You know, he could make a move that he wasn't thought out, or you know, I don't know, bro. The whole lead up and the way it's going and the way everybody counted out Jerry, I could just see some crazy shit happening, bro. Like a holy shit shocker, you know. I don't know, man. I know Hermes is definitely prepared and all that. And I watched Jerry get his training camp and all. But you know, I don't know, bro. I think you might be shocked, bro. I think you're gonna get to see a big upset.
No, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. So, you know, that's the best thing. I just hope. I don't know who's gonna be in Jerry's corner.
Yeah,
I can't be in his corner because Hermes is my coach. I love being in the corner, man. I feel like I'm pretty good at it, but I love doing it because I get the best seat in the house.
Yeah, for real. Dude, I wish I was there, bro. You'd be on one side, I'd be on the other, man. Hell yeah, bro. That'd be crazy.
But the best thing about all this is when it's all over, we're gonna have a sick time.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Yo, so what time does it start? What time does it start there? Are they starting where it's late night over by you guys?
8 p.m. is when it starts, man.
So how is that going to work out though with the after pull? You know, because you know, time Jerry and Hermes are done.
We end up just
2-3 a.m.
Yeah, we just going, yeah.
And bro, it might not even be able to go down because we got Hermes and Jerry as the main event, bro. We know how long and how freaking crazy that's gonna be until it actually, gets worked out. I'm expecting
This time though,
lots of
there's
fouls,
less
lots of
matches.
restarts, lots of screaming, lots of fighting. Like it's a crazy shit going on, bro. For real.
Well, there's less matches this time. I think when we went last time, it was 15 matches on the
15.
card.
Yeah.
This time it's 10.
Ah, okay. Okay. So that should cut down.
I think it'll cut back just a wee bit. And then in a month, bro, have you seen that card for next month?
I
think this has got to, this has got to be like Engen's most. It's got to be his most hectic card that he's ever put on.
Really? Okay.
But he's got Dadikan and Irakli right-handed.
Ooh.
We got Dadikan left. He's got a left-handed match against. Oh God, I don't even know. It's just
How do you feel about the athletes pulling both arms in an event? Do you think it's a smart move, and or is
I think if he does, see, for me, it's like it depends what matters, right? It's like I want to spend as much energy as I can on my right arm, so that has to be further in, and it's hard if the right arm's the main event, and I've got a left-handed match. I don't think you can do that. I think if you're the main event, it's right hand only. But if you're just in the mix, I think you do right hand first, and then we can break it up and do a left-handed match. But it depends, like with Dadikan doing both, the guy's a freak. He does that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he
like
is.
That's it depends on the athlete. I've done it, and look, I only had half an hour between Pavlo and Jaggers. I still pulled it off, but I didn't feel ready after that. But I think, the way Engen, that was a situation that we couldn't control. But with Engen, I think that match, the Dadikan match, if we can do right-handed like 2 or 3, and then do the right-handed or the other match left-handed, the one he cares about less, later on, maybe 8 or 9, right? So there's heaps of time to kind of recover, get some sugar back in, get your adrenaline to kind of settle a little bit.
Yeah, I can say who are they going to make the main
big match? I get sick in the guts.
Yeah. Who's the main event? They haven't figured that out, right? Because Devin, was supposed to go against Gennady at that one. So who is going to fill in? Do you think?
It'll be Devin. I think. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's going to be the winner of Hermes and Jerry will get Devin next month.
Okay. Now that's interesting though, you know what I mean? Because I'm expecting a war between these guys. They get in a war. Do you think that's even a possibility?
Just backtrack a real quick. It's Dadikan and Prudnik left-handed in this next one.
Oh wow. Holy shit. Yeah. That one is that's gonna be a killer.
Banger. So what was your question? Was it about who's the main event? Will Hermes be able to recover?
Yeah. Oh no, Jerry. Will Jerry be able to cover? Because Hermes not winning, bro. You got that mixed up, bro. Don't worry, I'll correct you. I think you were trying to trick me on that one. You trying to get me to agree with you on Hermes. Got you on that one. 1-0 Italia, baby.
You're too quick. I tried, it didn't work. Look, I've done it. This is my 4th comp in 4 months.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm a smart.
Yo, you know what a lot of people has been saying is they want to see you against Jaggers again. Because they think that Jaggers is definitely leveled up, and he really focused in going inside after you. I think you showed him where he had to work on. So have you heard that? Because I've had a bunch of people mentioning that.
I haven't, but it makes sense. Unfortunately, probably not this year. I think my roster is pretty full for this year, and I've got to go on a bit of an off season soon. I think I've got obviously got this, and then I've got AW3.
What do you got going on there? Who are you pulling there? Did you
Hasn't
announce that yet?
been announced. No, it hasn't
Okay.
been announced.
Gotcha.
It's a big one though. It relates to the Southern Hemisphere.
Okay.
And then I think there's AWE 4, which the winner of my match in AWE 3 will get Dave Chafee in AWE 4.
Okay. Wow.
So
Cool.
if I'm not the victor in AWE 3, I may end up pulling Terence Offerman.
Okay. Yeah, he's going against Reno Mausic.
Reno. I want to have to pull with him. He's a strong guy. He's a lovely man. I think that'll be a really fun match. He and I get along quite well.
Who do you think is going to win, Reno versus Terrence? Who do you have?
They're both an unknown, man. I met Reno today. Small hand, quite a small, delicate, skinny fingers, but it doesn't matter.
Wow,
From
the
what
way
I've
you
seen.
just said that. Are we going to see a match of you and him eventually, like small little delicate?
Oh no,
hands?
I don't mean that as an insult.
It's just the way it came out. Like,
yeah, no, he's a big dude, man. He's like 111 kilos, so he's like 250, right?
wow, he doesn't look like that in video, bro. Bro, he's only 18.
Yeah,
18 years old.
I think he's a bit older, but
no. He was just on my. I just did an interview with him yesterday, bro.
Oh, you're right. Just 18, yeah.
18, bro. I couldn't believe it.
Like Terrence has got a big hand, bro. Like he's worked in. He's like a miner. Like works in mines, and he's got a strong hand. And did you see what he did to Mindaugas Dauskas?
No, I didn't.
Bro, played with him. Nothing. Mindaugas had nothing.
Where was this? Was this at Arm Wars?
Yeah, it's Arm Wars, yeah.
You know what? I think I did see that.
Yeah. Terrence mocked Dauskas up bad. And if we compare that with like Sanders, who he did beat him, beat Dauskas, but not like that, bro. And like Terrence hadn't stopped competing. Like he was gone for 10 years. And he had some very, very good reasons. He's a family man and what have you. But he didn't stop competing and training for 10 years inside South Africa. He just wasn't able to compete internationally.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes, look, I feel stronger than I did when I was 25. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's subjective, I feel like. But if he's maintained the strength that he had when he was 25, monster. You have to say Terrence. If that's true, you got to give it to Terrence.
The only thing, man, bro, he is like the phenom, dude. He's like Bacho, bro. And what I learned about him is that his family is arm wrestling, bro. You know, they're the ones that kind of started arm wrestling in Croatia and kind of made it the big thing. His father was a big time arm wrestler, and also it's born into him, man. So I'm definitely.
Like I said, he's 18. He's not in his man strength yet. He doesn't have that tendon rigidity yet. But what I've seen from him so far, that shit don't matter. With Reno.
Did you see his videos, his training videos? Have you taken a look at those?
Yeah.
I like them, man.
Yeah, we agree on some things. There's a couple of things that I would do differently, but my way isn't the only way, obviously. Yeah. I think he's extremely effective on the table. I think there are some areas that he could train that would improve his effectiveness on the table, but he's 18. He'll figure it out. He's a very intelligent young man. Honestly, I think he's shortly will become probably the new face. I think in the next 10 years, he will become the face of the 115 kilo class.
I agree. I think that's the next generation for real. You know, and he's got a good look, man. He definitely has a good look for it. He's very well spoken, and like when you watch his videos and then you put into context that he's only 18, it is pretty impressive for real.
Yeah, like I feel like I'd like a match with him, but it's one of those things that I could beat him now. That don't mean shit, because in 2 years' time, he'd probably mop the floor with me, right? Like he's so young. It's like,
well, I wouldn't say that, bro. You were definitely leveling up as well. You know, you've been on a trajectory up.
He's young, man. Just because he's young. I know I'm leveling up at a pretty exponential rate. Like I really feel very well put together right now. I'm healthy. There's no pains. There's no injuries. I've competed. It's my fourth comp in 4 months, and I have zero pain.
Bro, your forearm right now is looking insane when you're sitting
Yeah.
there. So, guys, I got to
Yeah.
tell you this. When you see him in person, man, like it looks crazy on video and all. But when you see him in person, it looks like a mutant, bro. It's like
Yeah.
the attachment, like it inserts like right at his wrist. And the wrist is like
Yeah.
same size as the forearm, bro. It's just, it is
Yeah.
ridiculous looking, bro, for real.
It's
And
silly
guys,
looking
if you're in the
wrist.
chat, man, smash that thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. Only 42 likes right now. We got a bunch of people in here, so definitely smash that button. And quick shout out to the sponsors. If you check it out, we got VitaCell Biologics, Stem Cell Therapy. I'll put the link in the description. If you need some quality arm wrestling handles, get over to gripzilla.com. Use the code Paul10, receive 10% off. And get over to griparmsports.com. Really, really great website with a lot of great arm wrestling apparel. Use the code Italia15 and receive 15% off for sure. So, Lachlan, I just want to thank you again, bro, for giving us this time, man, and kind of updating us on behind the scenes. I really wish you best of luck this weekend. The only thing is, unfortunately, I hope Hermes does lose, so that is the only thing that we disagree on and everything. So, but go kick some ass, bro. Go do what you do, my man.
I'll fire up. I'll be going off. Be all good.
Hell yeah. And get over to Lachlan's YouTube. Make sure to subscribe over there. Check out his Instagram and his Facebook. Lachlan's always doing big things.
Kind of where it's at, man. Insta's where it's at for me, where I'm most active. So just look up my name and you'll see my mug there, arm wrestling with my bald head.
And if you need some coaching or programming, Lachlan is the man, bro. I've been programmed by Lachlan, and this dude has a gift with setting up programs and just kind of coaching. And he also has experience because he's also
some new shit. I gotta send you a program, Brand. Ooh. I'm on some new shit now. I'll send it over to you.
I like that. I like that.
I just had it approved by one of the head physios at Melbourne University. He's like, yeah, this ticks all the boxes. Done. Backed by science. It's the best programming modality that I've ever put out. I'm super excited about it. I'll send one to you. Yeah, it's hectic, bro. It's hectic.
And you just programmed Ryan Bowen, and we watched Ryan just transform, dude. He's just looking incredibly strong. So that's all Lachlan helping him out right there. Thank you again, brother. Let's stay in touch, man. Keep me posted what's going on over there, and tell Jerry I say what's up when he gets there.
Yeah, we'll do.
I'll talk to you later, brother.
Catch you, bro. Thanks for having me.